I've been a lawyer in Orlando for 41 years, and in the first half of my career, when mom and dad passed away, very rare was a day when the kids argued with each other. These days, there's a very good chance that when mom and dad pass away, the kids are going to argue with each other over money and assets, and a good chance that one or more of them, they'll never speak to each other again.
Yeah, that is common.
So if you're a parent out there and you're thinking, Tom, man, no matter what, I hope and pray that that does not happen to my kids, well, you better get in here and get your estate planning done, because if we make things simple, easy, inexpensive for your children, we're going to take all the steps necessary that there's not going to be an opportunity or a reason for your kids to argue with each other when you pass away.
Amen.
Yeah.
I mean, that is exactly what this does. It takes away, it just takes away the issues.
So people, if they're out there listening to me right now and say, Tom, what are you talking about? Well, let me tell you what I'm talking about. Here at the Olsen Law Group, we're all about helping people to avoid probate. When I say avoid probate, I really mean avoid attorney's fees. So when people go through probate and let's say they've appointed their oldest son, Bill, to be the executor of their estate, which we're trying to avoid. If an executor is appointed, then we've not done our job, okay? We were not a success, okay? But what I found is that if Bill is the executor and there's 4 kids, well, this is Bill's opportunity to strike back at his siblings. Yes. Oh, guys, I'm going to take a long time to get this done. You're not going to see a dime of mom and dad's money, maybe a couple years from now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, my God. How many times have I gotten that call? Tom, mom and dad have passed away. It's been 2 years. My brother's the executor. I don't know what's going on. I haven't gotten a dime of their money.
It's at least once a day a call.
Yeah.
Such as that comes through.
So you say, Tom, how do we avoid that? Well, look, we're talking about avoiding probate, so that if you make your bank accounts POD, payable on death, to your kids, and you pass away, the only thing they need to do is to show the bank or credit union or investment company your death certificate, and they will write, if you got 4 kids, they'll write 4 separate checks to your kids. No reason for them to argue with each other over that.
Absolutely. It's done.
And when you pass away, it is not the first kid that gets down to the bank gets all the money.
Nope.
Any one of them can show the bank or credit union or investment company the death certificate, and they'll make 4 separate checks.
Absolutely. If you've named 4 children as payable on death for those accounts, child number 3 shows up with the death certificate, that bank is cutting, like you said, Tom, 4 separate checks.
Exactly. The other thing, the one thing that they will have to be prepared for is that if mom and dad own a home, yes, we're going to avoid probate on that home. We're talking about avoiding attorney's fees and time and court costs, etc. But at the end of the day, if they've got 4 kids, those 4 kids will co-own that home.
They will.
Okay, it got to them without probate. That's the good news.
So now the second step is all 4 own it. All 4 must agree as to what happens to it.
They're going to have to work together to decide whether they keep it, sell it, rent it, buy each other out. If they're going to sell it, they're going to have to agree on who's going to list it, what real estate agent, how much they're going to list it for, ultimately what sales price they accept on it. Hopefully the 4 kids could agree on that, because the quicker they agree, the quicker they get a check.
That's right. That's right.
So, folks, this is very real, folks. I want you to be aware that when you talk about doing estate planning, it's a win-win-win-win-win. Okay?
It really is.
You're going to walk out of here with a weight lifted off your shoulder saying, man, I finally did what I've been saying I've been doing forever. And boy, Olsen Law Group, they made it simple.
Absolutely.
Then number 2, you're going to avoid probate. More of your wealth is going to pass to your kids without it being taken through attorney's fees. And number 3, you're going to make it so simple for your kids, there's not going to be a reason or opportunity for them to
fight,
argue with each other.
Yes. Yes. They will all get along because everything was done by the parents ahead of time and set up so that they all will do that. Just get along.